Okay, now it says I'm live. Didn't want to work the first time. I got a rooster tail here somewhere. There. Whoops. Today I'll have static. My gray hair. It'll bother me. It's like, hi, Lori. Having fun in this wonderful. Did we break the 100 yet? Yep, we're 102, and they upped us to go to 104 now. I Mona did what? It's like my air conditioning is cold. Hi, Katie Crafts. Just like I'm in a warehouse over there. You never know where the camera's going to be. Hi, hi, Cheryl. If everybody else in storms or heat waves or whatever the weather, not what we want it to be. I know we have 7 days of these hundreds coming up, and they say we got 3 days in a row record setting. Yeah, June's waiting for her sister physical therapy. Hi, Katie. I'm over 100 degrees and expecting remnants of. Yes, you are up there expecting the app. Hello, Patty G. We have a couple hours still before we get to what they call our actual heat of the day. I've seen the track of however you pronounce it, barrel. I've seen the track. And thank you, Cheryl. It's just leftover pieces. Uh, this morning, I hurried up and had a piece left over of Alani's quilt, a big block, I should say. And it's like, so I hurried up and long armed that this morning. Going to make her a doll blanket that matches her quilt. So I should call it a doll quilt, I guess. Sunday drive blocks today. 6 blocks so far. Okay. Sunday drive. Is there a special name or is that what it's called? Backyard drainage system set up, move stuff. Yep. You got to be prepared. If you can be prepared, just go take the time. A lot of people won't because they go, we'll just let the insurance company. I wouldn't want to deal with the insurance company. Okay. That's what that one's called. Sunday drive. Okay, I need that. One thing about the Jacob's ladder, there's not a lot of pieces that you have to have. You have to have, this is a whole set for doing a Jacob's ladder block. It's 2 5-inch color squares, 2 5-inch background squares. Hi, Mary. And 2.5-inch strips, 15 inches long of each. This is it. Hi, Deb. And thank you, Katie. But our lovely temperatures that we're having. It's like Bailey doesn't want to go out. Hi, Sam. And how's Sam today? How's everybody? Everybody just has to keep cool or safe. Main thing is keep safe. Bailey's laying on the hardwood floor. Hi, Sherry Rose. She's on the hardwood by the front door. Trying to get Austin where he's cooled down some, but he forgot he was where he could plug in his second air conditioner. So he's trying that today. But we're just trying to keep everybody as cool as we can, including pigs, baby pigs. It's like they come into the world wanting the heat. Hi, Denise. Hi, Kenneth. But these baby pigs, they love heat, but not this much heat. They still have to turn the heat lamps on at night. It gets too cold for them. You wouldn't think you'd have to turn a heat light on in the... It's like you can't keep up with everybody, Lori. They come in so fast. And I apologize if I do miss anybody. I keep saying I need to move the laptop over there, but seeing from the side's good too. You still have your nighttime job, Lori? Everybody, all their hellos. It gives you something to do. It gives you something to do. Guess I should turn on my iron. Hi, Rita. Yep, and sweet Sarah Jane. I would have come up on the panel last night, but I had a migraine headache. And I decided stay in the chat. It was safer there for my headache. You guys had it handled. Hi, Maureen. And I worked on a project for Maureen. I thought, what the heck? Might as well try. So yesterday, yeah, Hey, nobody wanted my bills yesterday. I was willing to send them mail. But for Maureen, I made my first project bag out of that set. I have the other one about a third of the way done. But and then here's the front and there's the back. This one's called Quilt As You Go. I had to sit this on the stabilizer base and then just quilt as you go over top of everything. Yes, Rita's Roost is the same as the Quilted Chicken Farm. Yes, she is. So that's the small one. That's the 16 by 16. Well, 15 and 3/4 or 15 and a half when you get it all done. Mm. Yes, Rita has multiple personalities there. Have you ever made the neck coolers? No, I have not. Hi, Ashley. Ashley's from over at Rita's too. Figure out where I put my ruler so I can draw a line. Am I going to do that as a video here at some point? Well, that one there is it's out there, but it's a kit. I would have to wait until I have more vinyl. Yes. Everybody's still saying their hellos. I know time delays put everything. But with the leftover vinyl, I'm going to make my great grandkids a small, like coin purse type thing, see through on one side. They have what they call credit cards because when they go shopping, yeah, everybody could use lots of things out there. My son, when he fuels the trucks for the people, he is he's just out in the sunshine. There is no shade tree. I forgot I had to draw the extra lines. And my son was saying it's 8:15 in the morning and it's 89 degrees already. And I thought, yeah. And no shade trees. You're out in the middle of someone's harvesting field next to these vehicles that are putting off heat. You sure don't want them to break down. They have 2 shifts of people out there harvesting. I can guarantee you I would want probably the graveyard because it was the coolest. And thank you, Samantha. It's like, wasn't one of my ideas. Maureen gifted it to me. I enjoyed making it. And I have Ace in here because Austin was thinking it's getting too hot for him and the dogs in his, as he calls it, the toaster oven. Because, basically, when you think of a metal RV, yeah, you could classify it as a toaster oven. You're just inside there baking. And he's in trees, but he gets the first sunshine of the day. The spot he really needed was right dead center. But he took the one closest to the bathroom. Because we got to get his water up and running. He lost his water lines. At least they're not a whole lot. I seen Rita was trying to sew last night. She was almost succeeding. It's like I told the mail carrier yesterday, if they ever need fluids or anything when they was here, just ask. I says, I do have some bottled water. Mona's still saying hello. Or she just came back in. I was watching a video or not a video, went to Marketplace. Somebody has a 66 crinkle coat and missing parts. And then somebody didn't know what they had. They inherited it and they just wanted to get rid of it. And it says it's see, now I already forgot. It wasn't a 301. It was weird where the tensioner was on the backside here. Over here somewhere. I thought, what the heck? I'd want to be able to see where that is. Okay, I'll press some more. I sewed my 2 strips together. And I sewed the half square triangles together, or the squares. Now I just have to press them. And then do some squaring up. It's always important to press between every step and the squaring up. Always very, very important. You might think you can skip it, but no, it's a need. These are needed steps. We wouldn't tell you if they wasn't important. It helps square up your blocks. Did you have a good lunch there, Mary? I'm just going to have I think, early dinner. I have to figure out what I'm going to put for binding on Miss Alani's little quilt now. Okay, got to square these all up to 4.5. That roller's right here. Pork chop, mashed potatoes, broccoli. Yeah, in the heat, I would do the same thing. That's why I'm going to have. I'm just having manwiches. That's what mine is going to be. Sitting here looking for my stuff. It's like, yeah, pressing is a very, very, very important part. I'm going to have, not today or tomorrow, pork chops with cream of mushroom soup so I can bake it in the oven and then just reheat it later as needed with some baby reds. I've been wanting that for a while, but somebody didn't have any cream of mushroom soup, so I went out today and purchased some. I purchased a couple things I needed, but I don't know why I've been wanting sloppy joes. Probably because they are quick and easy to fix. But being it's just me, myself, and I can't argue with the cook. You just go for it when you can. Just make whatever. Then I only have hot dog buns, but that doesn't bother me. It's a bun. You had battered shrimp and air fryer with cocktail sauce and mac salad and coleslaw. I finished my coleslaw last night for dinner. We had just a little bit left. And macaroni salad, I never have to worry about that. Oreos and corn chips. Dessert and your vegetable all in one, right? I looked at corn on the cob today because that sounded good, but it's like 79 cents an ear. I said, I'll wait a little bit. See if it goes on sale tomorrow. You can't eat Oreos, no self-control. Well, one thing, I have self-control because I don't eat Oreos. Now, Miss Alani, when she was here, she would eat the center. And then she'd say, Gigi Ma, you eat this. And it's like, so I don't buy her Oreos anymore. That sounds good. She's fixing spam and macaroni for our supper. Quick and easy. Yes, it is. I got to get some more ordered. Talked with Sandra the other day. Never had spam, but I'm definitely going to try it. Yes. We did do that. We talked about that. There's quite a few people that go, oh, yuck. And then there's those of us that, unfortunately, when they say we have to eat protein, sometimes we just gotta do what we have to do. But I've had spam my entire life. Fried spam sandwich, or I'll take and fry a spam, one slice, put it on my nice buttered toast, and have half a sandwich for breakfast. Yes, always buy the low sodium. Two and a half. I remember 2.5. That way I don't mess up my cuts. But we use spam. We dice it up where my daughter has a recipe that calls for diced ham. She puts it in there. No one notices a thing. So that's a good thing. Oh, you won't need salt. I think the low sodium is perfect. I really do. It's got the perfect. Someone says it's not low sodium. It's like there's a difference. And don't buy generic. Some of that generic, oh my. And the one generic, the name brand, is called Treat. I says, it's not a treat as far as I'm concerned. That was not a treat. I like spam too, fried, hard, no bread, type 2 diabetic. Yeah. If I eat a piece of bread, I can't stop. I used to eat the spam on saltine crackers as a kid. We add spam also to potato soup, lemon pepper on it. Ew. I'm not a lemon pepper fan. I tried it because they always say try different flavor seasoning. I'll stick with my Mrs. Dash, no salt. That lemon pepper, that takes something to be desired. I tried it. Yeah, we just diced it and put it in potato soup. Now, I have one granddaughter, Miss Alicia, Alani's mom. She'll eat a whole can of spam per bowl of soup. I said that's kind of like having the creamer with the coffee with the creamer, not the creamer with the coffee. She says, well, you have to have enough for every bite. So when they come here, they get a 2-slice maximum, and then they put it separately. But that way it's all portioned out, is what I can call it, portioned out. I'm going to put the camera down so you can see the sitting out for the Jacob's ladder. It's like this one. I always go the hourglass. And then they start with that one, that one. And they all place the same. They all have the dark and the placement to make sure you have it right. is you get the dark diagonal stripe, and up here you get the white, the color and the non-color. You're not late, Donna. You're in time. There's no set time that anybody has to be here. When you can, you can. That's good that you could run that errand for your neighbor. It's like, they keep saying if you have an elderly neighbor to go check in on them. The news keeps saying that repeatedly today because we're having record-setting heat. Yes, this is the block that Carrie's making. I just happen to have this leftover pieces from the chicken coop block swap quilt. It's white backing and because I used it as backing, border, and binding. And I still had some left. Oh, you hate to miss the fun? Well, we haven't had too much excitement. I have Ace in this room, so you won't be able to see all of the wonky blocks because Austin could show up with his dogs and still has to protect Ace. I moved Ace over here. I'm sure Ace is freezing right now. This air duct, for some reason, puts out the most cold air. Yes. Okay. If we go by age, we'd have to go that house, that house, that house, then this house, then that house, and then we got the young kids. We got one young kids. They're under 30. So we have the 80 and the 70-year-old, the 80-year-old, and then the gal next to me is in her 70s. She's older than I am. And then her son, that's 53 or 54, he lives with her. And it's like, yeah. So the young ones across the street should be doing the checking up on everybody. It's just like when I left my garage door open one night or one day, they said I never leave it open. So they come beat on my door to make sure I was okay. I am very fortunate. I have great neighbors. Every time she stopped at the supermarket, she calls me from work to see if there's anything I want. That's nice, Maureen. It's always nice to have someone that's looking out for you. It is. It's like after my husband passed away, they used to bring over, only when they made burgers, they'd bring over a hamburger for me. But they had 2 extra buns in every pack because he had 2 burgers, she had 1. So they'd always use 6, and there was 8 buns in the package. So she just figured she'd make up an extra one. But some of her salads that she'd put on there was something else. Oh, Denise is back. Or June's back in screen sight because I see they're talking to Denise. Back and forth. I see the names popping up anyway. The other night we was looking between all of us on these Jacob's ladders. What did we find? I think 13 different Jacob's ladders. And this is actually called a 9-patch block because it's made with 9 sections. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's called a 9-patch block. But this is a 4-patch in the corner. We found one that had 9-patch and the 3 here diagonally. And then it didn't have these, but it had another one of these out here. Hi, Joyce. But it's like there's so many different versions. But it's like 9-patch, little tiny ones would be too much here. But it's like, I was trying to think of some of the other layouts, but there is some that is like, they're not a Jacob's ladder. There's no way they're a Jacob's ladder. And this pattern can be found for free on the Fat Quarter Shop. It's the classic vintage Jacob's ladder. That's what they call it. Hi, Carol, and welcome. I used to have the best neighbors, a young family with 3 kids, 3 dogs, and a cat. They gave me Ella. He passed away a little over a year ago. I miss them. Yes, some of the neighbors that the person gets. We lived out of town for years. I was raised in town, and it's like it was weird being out in the country because I'd always had neighbors, and then we moved out in the country, and I kind of liked that quiet. Okay, you're going to go be the taxi. I bet you enjoy that very much. I would enjoy. It's like go get the grandkids. Mine would be the great grandkids. Yep, she's grandkid taxi. We have a disagreement coming up with Alani attending school. Uh, they think that she should just come back here and then Grandpa pick her up. And then Jamie grabbed the other one on her way by. Because there's some days Jamie gets off early. Got some strings to cut off, but I'll do that. Off screen. Don't need to take up all the times. Want to try to get 2 blocks done and then call it good. Oh. Trying to do things without looking. But that's me. I forget which sewing machine's up here. So when I go to lay it out, I'm pushing the wrong one. Yeah, Denise is still going to be listening. She's just going to be in the car. She can't text. Her grandkids probably wonder, what are you listening to? See. Remember which way I'm pressing these. Then I'll take my web, sit them down to make sure one time that they're correct. These kids have to go to school with the other kids. If they don't, the other ones will be so much ahead of them. So many. Yeah. Okay. And then again, we always nest the seams. And I would use a pin if I had one. It's like, where's the other pin cushion? Oh, there it is. I have it out in the other room. And the rest of the family moved back to Florida to have her family around. Okay, they've come back to visit twice. That's good. And I'm only putting the pins where the seams need to nest. That's the only place I'm pinning. It just helps me get that one step ahead. And these have ABCs on one side and numbers on the other side. Should have taken these down for Coda. Coda loves to count. And his ABCs. His mama works with him. But they was having fun the other day, just helping on the block, handing me the material. down in there. And I have my purple rose from that I got from Patty G. That's my backup pin cushion. Wonder how many seams I can nest in one spot. Good thing I noticed that. Now, did did anybody go over and watch Terry's video of her tearing apart one of these little? I got lost. It's like I said, sure glad I don't have to take mine apart. She has a beautiful, what I call a Cinderella sewing machine, but she won't sew. Somebody had a Singer featherweight for sale, and evidently they just was it yeah, they repainted the light cover and the wheel. They made part of the sewing machine. It could have been a 366, but they made just a couple parts of it purple. And then the decals, they got the new decals and they put purple decals on it. So it was a blended with the purples. I says, that's the wrong way. It's like, I could do the decals. But first I'd have to take off these, and they're under, I think they're under a coat. When my son-in-law picks me up to go back to him. Okay. He knows who you're talking to. Your whole family knows. You just tell them from Washington, and they know who you're talking about. I forgot to look if our garbage cans got taken in. If they didn't, they would be waiting until dark tonight anyway. That's when I put them out. Dark last night. Keep hearing a noise, but I don't see it. That also, yep. Yep. Yeah, whenever I count something, I think of Sam. Sam or Coda. Coda's cuter, but Sam's was more frequent. Yeah, I found out I need to buy more alphabets. Thinking about which I have a bunch of Scrabble tiles. Might just do a Scrabble tile, a magnetic board. Or they need to design a Scrabble board that has the little set-in squares to where you can put the tiles on and they don't slide all over the board. We need something like that. That way when the kids are spelling words, they don't slide off the refrigerator. Or the magnets aren't strong enough. Well, one thing about quilting, it is all about the numbers. Now, if they would have incorporated, well, maybe back then, quilting and numbers. Okay, there's that one. I was just going to throw it over there, but I can't. I have a cage. I might have learned the numbers faster. Yeah. You gotta accessorize your ballet shoes, your toe shoes. Okay, so grab the next pile on the lightest color. You don't have to do the lightest. You can do any, draw your diagonal line. But being as I don't have the 1/4-inch foot yet, I draw my 1/4-inch line. I draw and then sew on the line. Line them up. Got another friction pin, I think, getting ready to go heading south. It's always the proper storing of them. Yeah, that's the right sides. Excuse me. See which is right, which is wrong. Right sides together. Now take these 2 strips that I have here. This one I didn't cut in half yet. I probably should have compared it to the other one. But I don't always look ahead. Sometimes I daydream, which I think we all do. We're so used to, if we're used to sewing, It's like we just do things out of natural. But when Aspen gets a little older, or Coda, it's like I will let them sew too. Don't want to sew all the way through that extra 2 inches. Which is darker, which is lighter. And then I have to do the same thing with the whites. Because I'm using white on white scraps. Trying to remember where I put the different gray binding I had. I was trying to find it the other day. But it's like I put things, it's probably down there. I put things up, trying to get a binding drawer. Because it's like I have 7 strips of binding in white on white. I should have used them up on, maybe I'll use them up on that other quilt that's going to be going out. The sampler quilt. I'll get them in a baggie and I'll label them. Maureen, did you see that I did one of the project bags out of the kit? The other one's partially done. The 10 o'clock last night, I said, quit sewing. I was doing sprinklers. Was waiting until 10:30 when the last sprinkler got turned off. And it's like, I see things move. It's the counter on the YouTube. Okay, now I take these off. Press, cut them in half. Press them open. Press these open. And then do some trimming. I'm going to work out the wonky again on Thursday. That's what the live on Thursday is. And I think a couple people are getting theirs in the mail, Maureen. There's one says I should have it by the 11th. I saw a quote on it, had a 1/2 inch almost black square around each lock, and then it said sash in between the blocks. I think that will be really good. Yes. I'm thinking a dark. But it's like It could be dark purple. It could be, as long as it's a dark, because I'm out of black right at the moment. I was trying to see what I have that's darker. But again, black looks like it would work for mine right now. The fat quarter shop, yeah. Don't you love our spell check? They can type whatever they want. Every once in a while, they have those things that you take the next word that your things thinks you're gonna say, and you just put it out there. It's like, no. Sometimes those aren't good. Okay, here's the 4 pieces I have to square up. Yeah, I need to, maybe that's what I should just do. Get me a dark color from the fat quarter shop. I have a gift certificate to use up. Maybe I'll just get me some dark for sashing between. But like with mine, yeah, I still probably would think black. See if they have a pretty black with colors. Ooh, I think I just thought of one. Then I wouldn't have to. I think it's black with all different color threads. I can't see down in the bottom of the tote there. But it's just like the whole fabric is black and they just threw colors of thread all over it. Darlene thought dark would look good as well. Yes. And how are you, Darlene? It's like, I have a couple different darks. There's one, I think that one has buttons all over it. I think I have one with buttons and one with thread. I can see them right there. And the buttons are all different colors. The buttons would drive me nuts if they didn't sit right. They'd have to sit perfectly in the row. I was going to make a bag out of them. I don't know if they're doing like a brown out here in the city, but my air conditioner seems like it's just, oh, they probably are. But it'd be nice if they would tell you that they're doing it, because some things that's not good on. Running partial electricity. And it's just like we open the door of the refrigerator, the freezer, because it involves everything in your house. Yeah. You don't want that to happen, that's for sure. For it to be, it's going bad. At least I know what a brownout is. We don't have them here. because we're not overpopulated. But I've heard of them talk about in the bigger cities. Like different power comes from different places. They call rolling blackouts. Okay. Yeah, yesterday I didn't want to start anything new, but I did. I started a bag, but it's a project done. And the next one, I think it should be big enough to put these 16.5-inch blocks in, because it's what they call 20. So it'd be about 19.5. Because that one, I got to figure out. Can't wait till I do the Liberty box. Okay. Right now, I got to concentrate on wonky blocks. Because normally I'm not behind everybody. I'm normally ahead. But I have people that are ahead of me. Aspen's little blanket kind of took priority. And I know nobody blames me for that one. But when she asked for her new quilt to go home with, it just makes your heart so happy when she asks for it. And then Coda says, "Can I have mine too?" Because he didn't know if they could have them. Well, they just got them, so they didn't really know. It's something to get used to. Yeah, the Liberty box is out on the cutting table still. I just moved it over a space. And then Melinda wants small wall hangings for the holidays. And it's like, because she'll be in a RV. So she wants to get just a small wall hanging thing. That way she could change them out for the holidays. Now, have you got the Liberty box one together, Maureen, or are you still working on other projects? I'll probably finish that or work on that bag. Okay, bye, Sam. Glad you came over. I won't be here a whole lot longer. I'm going to finish this second block. But I have a couple pieces of that material left from that kit because I didn't want to go back and put that bias band on each side of the zipper. I said I'll just use that on making little coin purses for the granddaughters because I can use standard zippers for that. I have those two-sided double pull from Lori Holt still. Try and remember what they are. Three, 4, 5. Got these 4 patches to do. I'm just stacking up their material. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, my strips was long, so I have extra pieces to put over in the pile. So now I will just make my 2 piles of the 4 patch. Pick them up and chain sew them together. And again, set the seam. That way your centers line up. Can't emphasize it enough. Setting seams, pressing, all very important things in quilting. It can cost you a block. But it's like every time my air conditioner kicks on. I have air conditioning pants on. Every time I think about trashing them, I say, no, they got another day, another day, another day. These pants was a whole $4 when I purchased them. They was on clearance. But they had the funniest fit. So I just took them in to fit. And that was 6 years ago. Hi, Gladys. But 6 years ago, I also lost 58 pounds. And it's like I managed to keep them off until I got sick. And then it seems like everything I ate said, put on pounds. It's like only I put on, what was it, 8, and I've lost 5 back off. I said, this heat could make me gag again. It's like, so I'm trying. I said I wanted to lose the other 20, not put on back on. But I just have to learn to eat properly. Yeah. Well, that kind of family thing, yes. Because it would be hard to explain to her why Coda got a quilt and she didn't. Sit these out. 1, 2. I bet Coda would have fun playing with these giant puzzle pieces. He is the puzzle person. There, puzzled together. Yep. You still waiting for your sister, June? Or are you home? Yeah, June's been getting old projects back together. She had a bunch of blocks on her floor yesterday. Gonna put them together as a quilt. Okay. It's always more comfortable to be at home and breathing treatments and so on and so forth. Yeah. Yeah, I watched one gal make it on the, and then she reminded me of me. She's doing her treatment now. Okay. But she made this Liberty Box one, and she, so much like me, she added pieces to it because she said she needed it a little bit bigger. And I thought, boy, that sounds like somebody I know. Because that, well, both of those kits so far have went bigger. They're not, no 60 by 60s no more. I made them very usable. So I've decided, I think when I get me the new bed, I better go with a double or a queen. Yeah, she does treatments even when we're talking. And she'll get to laughing because I always seem to find something dumb to say. I'm good at finding something dumb to say. And the price went up the other day on her one of her treatments. Because it's something you need, of course it's going to go up. I sent my eye doctor, it's like, they keep billing me for something that the insurance has paid. I sent them 2 different pictures with my finger pointing that it was received by Outlook Express. If they don't get the hint here pretty soon, I don't know what they're going to do to get the hint. I'm going to send a copy of the ding statement now. I send them through the way they send me my bill, through Messenger or through text. I sent them back the reply through text. They won't answer the phone. Technology. I've already explained it to them twice. Now I sent them pictures twice. Now I'll photocopy it and mail it to them. Waste a stamp. But I think I'll include a letter. Don't send this to collection because I have my proof. The dark's that way and the light's that way. I'm ready to sew. Nest that one. No purple pins harmed. Just used well. These was in a project that I received as a prize winning. What a bonus for me. I got purple stick pins. I'm trying to remember what I did with the cat. Yeah, isn't that the truth, Maureen? My TV commercials, late night. It's like, I want French fries. I don't want the burger. I want the French fries. Or I'll buy potato chips and that's my dinner. The one thing Singer should have come out with years ago, where the sewing machines all stop in needle down position. Every once in a while on my long arm, I accidentally hit that button and I go, what the heck did I do? I always think my long arm's broke. It's just I hit the button. And yes, June. Yeah, we eat what we want. Did you get your salad made? She overcooked macaroni last night. So she's going to make a macaroni salad today. But heck, that's subject to change too. We change our mind so much. Ronnie's. How, before you did your taxi service? Okay. Ronnie gets the honors of waking up Austin today. He once woke up at 2:30. 3:15 is what he told us. Now he wants 2:30. And we'll get this one pressed and we'll have 2 blocks done. This one doesn't. This one has the LED. The other one doesn't have the LED. I touched the light bulb on the other one the other day and go, oops. Grab my purple mister. No, June, it is funny. He went home today and he was getting everything. And he goes, I can try my air conditioner. He hasn't turned on the trailer's air conditioner. He's just using the in-house one because he was just on an extension cord. So he only had partial power. You know, not like when you got a whole designated 30 amp breaker for your stuff. And so he goes, oh no. So he tried it. And his air conditioner will work off the 30 amp. So he's at home sleeping. So number 1 and number 2 for today. So I'll hang those up there in that menagerie. And then the Quilt As You Go project bag. I forget what the Strawberry Lemonade is the line, fabric line. And it's the see-through panel one that I could tuck those little things right in here because it's big enough. Tuck them in all nice and neat. One of the Oak Ridge boys died. Let's see there. They're all nice and safe now. But I just did I call it the serpentine stitch across the top and bottom of the zipper. And then I quilted it up here with the serpentine stitch. We're going to have to go see which one of the Oak Ridge boys passed away now. They're old. I think they was old when I was old or younger. Thank you, Carol. Ashley says that he died. Which one? Ashley. It's like, and thank you, Carol. That is a nice project bag. That's the Shabby Fabrics Quilters to Go kit. And whenever they run out of this fabric, then I guess they have other choices, is what I seen. But that was all hand sewed down binding last night. It's a little bit different, making sure you don't hit into your vinyl. Joe? Okay. You think he was 73, June said? Well, it wasn't on Facebook when I was there earlier. But 76? Yes. Hi, Nancy. I just finished making 2 more Jacob ladder blocks. And I made this project bag yesterday. It's a Quilt As You Go project bag. Now I'm going to take the leftover vinyls and I'm going to make some little ones that will hold my grandkids' credit card. When we get gift cards and they're used up, we give them the credit cards and they play store. Yes, it is a cruel disease. You like Chick-fil-A curly fries? Well, my closest Chick-fil-A is beyond where Coda lives. And every time it is still a packed line. I don't know what Chick-fil-A has, but they seem to pack the lines. I don't need my iron for finishing the project bag. I have quite the menagerie on the wall behind me as I look at it. It is a menagerie. 2 quilts, 2 different projects. Sit the rollers up there off of the laptop. Yeah, I took care of a guy that had ALS. And they got to the point that they had to put him in a facility. Do they have it down to a science? There's either 12 or 15. Let me see. These are spare parts. So now I got another spare part. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I have 16. They only took out part of Terry's staple and part of the stitches. Now he wishes he'd listened to me. Oh, okay. Good luck on that one, Nancy. You get that one figured out. So I have enough to do 16 blocks, but I only need 15. Unless I do a 4x4. So we'll see what happens when we get that far. But I have no more of the purple left, except for 2.5 inches. And I can't stretch that. I could do a Frankenstein block. Like Frankenstein batting, we could Frankenstein the block together. Yeah, a whole bunch of pieces. It'd be okay down in the corners. But I think that's going to be everything for the day. Nancy just got in here, but oh, that was a blessing. Yeah, if you figure it out, you could be rich. I could sit here and visit with you guys all day long, but none of us would get much done, would we? Hmm. But like I said, this room's got the best air conditioning, and I bet Ace hates it. And I have it blocked. I need to find where that gray. No, he's never going to listen to you. And bye, Joyce. And I want to tell everybody thank you for coming over. I'll be back on Thursday. And Thursday, we're working on the wonky blocks. Just got to remember, just grab and go. And we'll see you all then. And if we don't see you someplace else on the internet throughout the day. But yes, Donna was they was blessed that he didn't suffer through all the symptoms. Yeah, stay cool, safe, and hopefully barrel that storm winds down before, because I seen it going through the whole diagonal up through the states. What a mess. It just wants to keep going and going and going. And you're welcome, Denise. And everybody have a great rest of their day, and we'll see you on Thursday. Bye.